Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chuck, and so you might wonder what you're looking at. Well, you're looking at the old historic part of downtown Wickenburg, Arizona. But it's a Sunday afternoon about 4 o'clock, December 24th, New Year's Eve, so there's not as much traffic and not as much going on as there usually is down there. But I'll talk a little bit about Wickenburg. We've only been here a couple days, and we've been through Wickenburg a lot. It's the first time we ever stayed here, and today we got a chance to look around a little bit, and I'm going to bring you some of that and somewhere along this video series. There's somebody with an RV and a big trailer going somewhere to do something. But where I'm standing is on the end of the old Hassayampa River Bridge. As you can see, I'm lined up with the street, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that because they did something that's here that's actually pretty cool. Is when they replaced the old bridge with the new bridge over there, and I'll talk some more about that here in a minute. That, by the way, is one of the official town Christmas trees. But they bypassed the town, and over there you can see a roundabout with a statue in the middle of it. It's normally really super busy because this is the main road between the Metro Phoenix area and Las Vegas, and it gets a lot of traffic 24/7, 365. Well, when this old bridge, when the bridge is right there, let's walk on that, we'll kind of walk over that direction. When this old bridge was, when they replaced it, one of the things they decided not to do is they decided not to tear it down. And that's actually pretty cool because they turned it into a park, a walking park, and it's all gussied up for the holidays. And now the other bridge, the new bridge over here, I think in an earlier video I referred to that as a US 93 bridge, and I got to look and I realized that I'm actually wrong on that. That's actually US 60. US 93 actually starts right at this roundabout. That's the south end of it, and it goes on all the way up the Canadian border, I believe. I'm going to have to recheck that, see if I'm right on that. But when they replaced it with the newer bridge, and they put in this big roundabout, and here's a big old truck coming around it now, so you can see it's a pretty good sized roundabout, big enough for semis, and there's a lot of them go through there. But when they put that in, they kind of bypassed the old downtown, and everybody thought the downtown was going to dry up and blow away. But it ended up being the traffic's so bad now that they used to tie the town in knots. And well, I'm standing right here. Here's this little kiosk here that talks about the original legend of the Hassayampa River. And you can pause that and zoom in on it and read it if you want. But there's a pretty cool story there. There's some bedrolls and stuff there. I bet there's some homeless people around here somewhere, and they leave their stuff there during the day, and they'll be back and sleep down the riverbed at night. So let's go walk across the bridge. It's kind of late in the day, so the sun's behind me. So if I turn this thing around and talk to you, it's going to shine right in the sun. I'm not going to do that. But you got the signs here, no fishing from the bridge, and that's kind of a joke around here because there's usually no water in the Hassayampa. Even all the rain that we've had in the last few days, if you look down here, the riverbed is just dry as dry can be. I'll give you a couple more looks at it as we go across. But instead of tearing the old bridge down like a lot of places do, they turned it into this really cool pedestrian walkway. I'm walking the dog, so if he drags me off one side or another, you'll know why. It's just right now, of course, being Christmas Eve, there's not a lot of people on it, so come on, Flapper, come with me. Don't be pulling against me. We get up here just a little bit further. You see. Last night I was over here and made that fire truck catch, but all these lights hadn't come on yet at that time. Okay, there's the Hassayampa Riverbed. As you can see, it's pretty broad. There's a lot of water come down through here at some point in time. If you look back over there, there's actually a new hotel up on the hill. 4-story hotel. I don't think Wickenburg Fire has a ladder truck. They need one. Well, let's walk on across. I think more communities ought to do this with some of their old bridges. He's looking the other way up the river, across the corrected US 60 bridge. There's another semi trying to get someplace for Christmas, most likely. Maybe he's from Phoenix and trying to get home. If so, good for him. Turned out to be a really nice day today. The temperature's in the high 50s. Just really quiet. Now back in town there, and I'm going to show it to you here in a little bit. I think I'll make this as a first segment of a video. But I'll go downtown and show you. There was a corner here that was a real bottleneck back before this bypass was built. There you can see there's the Merry Christmas on the bridge facing the new bridge. And horse arenas. Wickenburg's a huge horse place. I mean, it seems like they've got horse arenas and stables and stuff everywhere. And you can see my shadow walking ahead of us here. And I'll keep running this until we get to the end of the bridge, and then I'll cut over to another segment and talk a little bit more about Wickenburg. You can see down here, you look down the riverbed, you see a lot of tracks, a lot of four-wheelers and side-by-sides and stuff like that play down in that riverbed. It's kind of a mess. And where we're going to go, we're actually, if you look over there, you can see the RVs on the other side. That's where we're staying. And where we're going to go is off the end of the bridge here and then down those stairs, and then the sidewalk goes underneath the highway and then comes up on the other side over there by McDonald's. So that's the direction we're going to go. We'll walk on back over to the house, and I'll bring you another segment of this. It probably won't be today though. Maybe I'll go down tomorrow. It should be nice and quiet tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be nice. Absolutely gorgeous cloud, puffy clouds, blue sky. The rain washed a lot of the dirt out of the air, so. Anyway, here's the end of the bridge. We're going to go over here and go down the stairway. So this will be the end of this segment. I'll be back with you here in a little bit. Good afternoon, YouTube. We're back. This is Chuck, and we're back. And we're coming. This time we're in the truck, and it's coming across the US 60 bridge here and into the roundabout. It's the next afternoon, about 2:30, so it's actually Christmas Day. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm going to shoot another segment about the video I started yesterday, is what I'm actually doing. And that video, we started that one right there, over there at the end of the bridge. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the rest of this historic little route. And the way I'm going to do it is try to find a place to park up here. So let's see what, I'll tell you what, let's just do it right here. I know I'm a little bit into the sun, but we'll fix that. So let me shut the truck off. Okay, and this, I'm going to get out here right now. Flapjack's in the truck here with me. Flapper, you be good. I'm going to put your windows down a little bit here. A little warm. And we can open the door here without getting hit. I'm going to get out and I'll talk a little bit about this. Right down there at the end of the street there, you can see where it says Hassayampa River Walk. Well, that's where we were yesterday. That's where the bridge was. And where this car is coming around, this was US 60. And US 60 was actually, spin you around again here. This US 60 was actually the main highway going from the Phoenix area into Southern California before Interstate 10 was built. Now Interstate 10's about probably 40 miles south of here, and it went straight across to open desert. But before then, the main road going to Southern California was right here, and everybody came right through this little section of downtown Wickenburg. Well, up here in front of us, let's go this way. We got an old movie theater here, an old single-seat movie theater. This section here's got restaurants and bars and touristy looking things, but this was a really, really heavily traveled piece of roadway. And if you wanted to go up to Vegas, the southern end of US 93 was right up here in front of us. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and we're just going to walk up there. There's a gentleman on a nice Harley Davidson. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas.
Even on Christmas Day, the bars are working here. Anyway, this intersection that we're walking up to here, this was a big deal. It was right here. Okay, right here in front of us there's a Circle K here on the corner. So the old-time Circle K's, they put the pumps in on the corner. But this intersection right here, and the road's called Tegner, the local road. And this road that we're standing alongside here, this is US 60 going through here, and this is called Wickenburg Way. And there's the railroad underpass right up in front of us there, and kind of in the sun. Sorry about that. But this intersection right here, this was the southern terminus of US Highway 93, the southern end of US 93, and 93 goes all the way up to the Canadian border now. And we actually drove on quite a bit of that on one of our trips a couple of years ago, from Ely, Nevada, all the way to Twin Falls, Idaho. But what this meant is this intersection right here, this corner that we're looking at, is if you wanted to go from Phoenix and you wanted to go to Las Vegas, you came through this little section of downtown Wickenburg, and at this turn, you had to make that turn, go through another couple blocks of downtown Wickenburg before it opened up again, and this was the way to go to Las Vegas. Well, if you can imagine the truck traffic that came through here, every semi that came through here going either way had to go through this intersection right here. And as you can see, they've got it radiused here pretty good for big trucks. But when they put in the bypass, of course, that took care of all that, and they don't have to do that anymore. And as a result, they went in there and they put some planters and stuff and some center dividers and made this back into a downtown street again. And if you go up there for probably half a mile or so, you get back, it opens up again. But this little stretch of Wickenburg used to be extremely busy. There's that Harley guy leaving. This little stretch of Wickenburg used to be extremely busy, and all that truck traffic, both going to Southern California and going to Las Vegas, every bit of it went right through this intersection right here. Well, of course, when they put in, as I said, when they put in Interstate 10 a few years ago, it went directly from Phoenix straight across over toward Quartzsite, and that bypassed this US 60 section now, and it's still real popular with RVers and people like us that are trying to stay off of the main highways. But a lot of the heavy truck traffic, that's all down there on the interstate now. There's also a plan now to bypass this whole section here, and with a new interstate. It's going to be called Interstate 11, and the plan is to bring Interstate 11 all the way from the Phoenix area all the way up to Las Vegas. The exact routing hasn't been decided on it yet, but my understanding is that the preferred routing right now is going to bypass Wickenburg to the west here somewhere, and then it's going to go up toward Kingman. It's going to bypass Kingman somehow, and then it's going to tie into the US 93. Merry Christmas to y'all. Say hi to YouTube. Anyway, it's going to tie into the current US 93 north of Kingman, and it's going to cross the Hoover Dam Bridge. And now once you get across the Hoover Dam Bridge on the Nevada side, they've already built that. They bypassed Boulder City, and they already put in a section that they're calling Interstate 11 that already goes on into Las Vegas. So that part of it's already done. I don't know when the Arizona side will get built, and I can't only imagine what it's going to cost. But that's the current plan. So thought it could be a little something to tell you about here on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So we're in Wickenburg here for a couple more days. I'll show you some more stuff. Well, right now I'll tell you as I always do. Take care of yourself. Love each other. Love your neighbor. And hope you all had a very happy and joyous Christmas and nice peaceful Christmas. Not a lot of stuff open here in Wickenburg today. The Circle K behind me here, of course, is open. But Wickenburg has a lot of these really nice murals. So I'll just show you that one. And until I get back with you again, I'll just tell you peace out.